get in the car.
Get off, and where you get off at is where you're going to pick the bus right back up again. And we're running approximately every 30 minutes. Usually on Sunday the traffic is not that bad as the day goes on. Just bear in mind the traffic sometimes does get a little more but here on Sunday it's usually pretty good. Now, the first point of interest that I'm actually going to point out to you folks is coming up. It's going to be on our left-hand side. It's our Del Monte Cannery. The Del Monte Corporation was actually established in our city back in the good old year of 1907. This is actually going to be plant number 1 that you're going to be looking at. Came in existence back in the good old year of 1873 by a gentleman from England, and his name was Andrew Hollah. During our heyday, we had over 25 different lines throughout our city, but unfortunately today we're just down to 3.
Ooh, nice.
And we do have a stop coming up here next, folks. Does anybody need to get off at our chocolate factory? Geared up.
Didn't quite catch that. Did he say chocolate or cheese factory? Get it?
All right. Notorious rock. A lot of people, the first time they see it, they don't realize just how close to our shoreline it is. The closest point to our shoreline, about 1.5 miles out. And to my left, right across the road, Ghirardelli Square. Our chocolate factory, established back in the good old year of 1852 by a gentleman from Italy, and his name was Domingo Ghirardelli. This chocolate factory is 177 years young and was the largest chocolate factory on the West Coast at one time.
Very different. All right, as we get this area that we're in right now, I gotta be honest with you, is a little deceiving. This never used to look anything like this. Way before these buildings were ever here. Got a great view of the city lights here as well. What we're actually on top of is a little bit of a marshy area. This was all fresh water here. Now I realize our bay is just down the street, but the Pacific Ocean has salt water in it. So that salt water flows into our bay. Now we do have fresh water. Mexico also grew crops here as well. California was part of Mexico. From the northern part of California down to about Monterey was called Alta California. About Monterey down in Baja California, meaning upper and lower California. While Mexico was here, they also introduced us to on these trees here on my right. We should be okay, but just be aware of the branches here. Since I've got this light red, I got an interesting thing I want to point out to you. Our military barracks, the Presidio, is right across the road.
It's the Walt Disney Museum there. George Lucas actually has a production company. It sits in where our old Veterans Hospital is, called Industrial Light and Magic. And he's had it there for years. As we cross this street, you're going to see a green little house with a white vehicle kind of in the driveway where there's a bunch of trees in front of it. He actually lived in that building for 3 or 4 years while he was setting up the production company in Presidio. Right here, I believe it's 210 or 710 on the door there. Right there is where he lived at. He's actually just walking by. And our Palace of Fine Arts right here on my right. So if anybody does need to use the restrooms here, these buildings.
Ah, we are in San Fran. Yeah, buddy. Just a quickie, folks. We will return to San Francisco and thoroughly explore this city maybe a year from now. Yeah. If we ain't back, we're leaving without you. The police, Bridge Patrol, boo.
They take up about 70%
Boo.
of Marin County, the county.
Giving
that we're in.
tickets.
Now, I mentioned the Native Americans, the Ohlonies. On this side of the bay, it was the Inuits. And they actually basically hunted this area up to about as far as where Bodega Bay sits today. Beautiful little fishing village. Looks untouched. Looks the same today as it did 100 years ago. If you love oysters, you'll love Bodega Bay. And if you are into the movie with Alfred Hitchcock, the School of where the limbs are very low, so again, please do not stand up wherever you do. If you look at the front of the bus, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh, so you mean to stand up? Oh, I see why we're not supposed to stand up. We can touch this thing. I'm trying to touch it.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, alright.
I don't know, whatever it is, it's gay.
This building with the pillars on it actually partly owned by the University of San Francisco, USF. it's actually now an old. Again.
The one in the white pants, the white guy. It's crazy, this guy is...
Just keep the light shining on me. I got one more for you. Are you guys feeling okay out there? Yeah. Yo, I'm 32 years old and I swear that time's moving up.
So that's the famous red house that Jimmy was singing about. And be sure to take a look to your left at the intersection. You're going to see the two signs that reads Haight-Ashbury. There it goes on your left-hand side. So we just passed through Haight-Ashbury. Always a good vibe. Hello to my friends down there. I see you. Peace and love, David. What's going on? Yes, yes, yes. Likewise, enjoy yourself, baby. Woo! It's always peace and love on Haight Street. So we just passed through Haight-Ashbury. What do you guys think about that hippie town? What do you think? All right, pretty colorful, huh? And how it destroyed 80% of the city? Well, 20,000 Victorians were still left standing, and these are all landmarks. The two most common style of Victorians you'll see here is one, Queen Anne style. Those are my favorites. Queen Anne style Victorians is characterized with pointy roofs, or as I describe it, the roof looks like a witch head. The windows is usually round, stained, and beautified with ornaments, flowers, circle of Victorians painted ladies. Well, my response to that would be to highlight the definition of a painted lady. So according to the definition of a painted lady, it reads Victorian or Edwardian house that's painted 3 or more colors. That's the definition of a painted lady. Then there's the postcard painted ladies. The only difference between a postcard painted lady and a typical painted lady is popularity. But I'll tell you more about that. Victorian, that definitely falls into the category of a painted lady. It is a Victorian painted 3 or more colors. And look at the Halloween decors. I know they scared the hell out of some kids Halloween night. That is very lively. Man, oh man. Spooky, spooky. So the postcard painted is the most expensive. So hey, I'm not quite sure. Let's just say Frisco is one of the most expensive cities in the country. But what I do know, over 1.3 million, 1.4 billion. And I was watching the news the other day, and they were talking about how it makes more sense to lease in the Bay Area rather than to buy. They say after putting 10% down and picking up a mortgage with an interest rate of, 7.9%? They say a lot of people's mortgage is costing them $9,000 a month, $10,000 a month, financing a home over $1 million. As far as leasing, let's say the median to rent a studio. And by the way, as I ramble, you see beautiful Victorians side to side, Italian and Victorians, Queen Anne style Victorians. Periodically you'll see Gothic revival Victorians or Renaissance revival, but primarily you'll see Italian and Queen Anne style Victorians. But according to sources, the median to rent a studio here ranges from $2,500 to $3,000 a month. The median to rent a 1-bedroom ranges from $3,500 to $4,000 a month. And you can probably find something below the median, but then again, you might find a little critter running across your floor. The minimum wage here, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's $18 an hour. Which raises the question, how do people afford to live here? Well, in some cases, people have rent control, a very small percent. People have roommates, a very large percent. And on the other end, 1/4% of San Francisco millionaires. In fact, San Francisco has the 3rd most millionaires in the world. Yeah, Frisco came in at number 3, Tokyo came in at number 2, and New York City came in at number 1 for having the most millionaires. What makes the economy go around and around in the Bay Area? One being pharmaceuticals, South San Francisco pharmaceuticals, and of course San Francisco is a tech capital. At least 60% of the tech companies listed on the NASDAQ and S&P 500 is based in the Bay Area. you name it. Alphabet, Google, Salesforce, Meta, Twitter. You almost mentioned Tesla, but I forgot Elon Musk relocated to Texas. He said to hell with those California taxes. But yeah, Frisco is definitely known for the jazz and blues. A lot of artists showcased and performed at the Fillmore Auditorium. A whole bunch of artists over the years performed there from Aretha Franklin, Jefferson Airplane, a whole bunch of different artists and artists performed at the Fillmore Auditorium. Celebrities in Fillmore includes the actor Danny Glover, many more. Back in the 1960s, the Fillmore was impacted by what was described as a controversial urban redevelopment plan. Many called it controversial because the urban redevelopment plan asked for them to remove the Victorian styles in Fillmore. I've seen video footage in which there was a construction vehicle that moved the Victorians off the ground and moved it across town. And in replacement, they built what you see today. Income apartment complexes. That's one's projects. There's controversy behind the plan. But in essence, the urban redevelopment plan had a detrimental impact on the music venue and businesses in Fillmore. But that's some history about Fillmore. They used to call it the Harlem of the West Coast. And it definitely is known for music. Definitely historic. And neighboring Fillmore is Japantown. Japantown is what, about 3 to 4 blocks to the left? Right there near Geary Boulevard. There's the Peace Pagoda. Really cool district. All right, thanks for the thought. Try to make it educational, entertaining, edutainment. You know, try to make it interesting to listen to. It's a long ride. So, 1914. The original City Hall collapsed during the 1906 earthquake and fire. It took them over 20 years to build the original City Hall, and within seconds of that earthquake, it collapsed. So there she goes, the beautiful City Hall. San Francisco wanted to be competitive. So competitive, we built the largest City Hall in the U.S. So competitive, we even built a City Hall that's larger than the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Does it get more competitive than that? Probably not, huh? On the top of that dome, there's 24 karat gold. And years ago, some idiots tried to steal it. Keep in mind, the FBI headquarters is right there behind the Asian Art Museum, one of the FBI headquarters. I know FBI is looking through the window. Are these fools serious? Whatever they're going to make me go over there and bust them. FBI probably put them on a wall of shame. Piece of art. Usually there's food trucks, festivals at the farmer's market going on earlier. And then, of course, there's a subway station here in case you want to catch a train across the bay. Yeah, we have a subway system in the Bay Area. We call it BART. We don't have rails connected to our bridges. We have the Trans-Bay Tube. They take the subway underwater.
Asian art museum in the U.S.
If we continue straight, we'll cross Market. When you cross Market in San Francisco, you're in Soma, South of Market. That's where Twitter, or should I say, headquarters is. In New York, they have Soho. Would you trust the self-driving car to take you to the airport? All right. Speaking of tech, have you guys heard of Cafe X? Cafe X is super techy. It's on Market Street. At Cafe X, there's no human interaction. Robots serve you coffee. I don't know about you, but I prefer human interaction. Even when it ain't the most pleasant interaction. You know, sometimes you greet someone at a cafe. I know I do. I'm always, in a good mood. But, hey, good morning. How you doing? And they look at you like someone pissing their cereal. It's always good to have a human interaction, even when it ain't the most pleasant. Speaking of tech, man, oh man. I know you guys seen the flyers on the walls regarding advertisement for dating. Have you seen this techie dating app on the walls of Frisco? They're advertising it heavy. But it says the ultimate dating app where humans and robots mingle. Have you guys seen that? Humanity that lost their mind. It must be hard for you to get some if you're gonna date a robot. If we were to turn right on Leavenworth and go towards Eddie and Ellis, you'll see hundreds of tents and human poo everywhere. It's insane and inhumane. But according to statistics, 5% of San Francisco is homeless. 5% of a population of 830,000. And the state of California has the most homeless in the U.S. Why? I'm not sure. I know Cali is the third largest economy in the world, so I'm not quite sure why we have the most homeless. But some say probably because Cali is the most populous. I don't know. Some say Cali has the best weather. I don't know. I know one thing, but I can't really say it because it's political. But I will say this. Homelessness is a very lucrative business here in San Francisco. But I'll leave it at that. There's a very good movie that was filmed in the Tenderloin. Jaden Smith was walking the streets of the Tenderloin homeless, looking for a homeless shelter. neighboring the Tenderloin is Union Square. Just like that, we're officially in the Union Square district. Looks like security is heavy downtown. Have you guys heard about what's going on in the city this weekend, the next few days? So they have the, I don't know the proper term, but they have some type of political summit. They have over, 23 world leaders, primarily Asian countries, 23 different world leaders. I think, I know Biden was here yesterday, President Biden was here yesterday, and when he's going to meet, I never can pronounce the guy's name correctly, but I don't know if he's a prime minister or leader of China, but he'll be here Wednesday. How do you say that guy's name? What was it? Oh, okay, yeah, he'll be here Wednesday. There's a cable car turnaround on the bottom of Powell. That route will take you up Knob Hill and back to Fisherman's Wharf. As I mentioned earlier, we're the last cities in a row with cable cars. That's something to check out while visiting San Francisco. And of course, there's the Westfield Mall. But unfortunately, our mall is going out of business. It's been here my whole life. They're finally closing their doors. Have you guys heard about what's going on here economically? Yeah, there's so much closing down. And it's really, Saks Fifth Avenue's closing down. Neiman Marcus is getting ready to close down. Nordstrom's is getting ready to close down. And just, despite that, there's still plenty to do. It's still a good vibe, still vibrant. But man, if you're getting off here, hey, God bless, have a great day. Thanks for rocking with us. And up next, Chinatown. In every holiday season, San Francisco has an event known as the Santa Con, in which San Franciscans dress up like Santa Claus and get drunk as hell. A few years back there was a Santa Con event, and during the Santa Con event, while everyone was dressed up like Santa, someone took matters in his hand and decided to rob a bank dressed up like Santa. No one knew where he went. He got away from the crime scene because everyone else was dressed up like Santa. How about sugar mommies? I'm asking for a friend. Okay. Driving past the biggest Apple store in the Bay Area. Very big. Thankfully, the momentum died down. A couple to the oldest Chinatown in all of North America, and of course South America. But Chinatown, well, established during the California Gold Rush. Like the majority of the city, the Gold Rush definitely made Frisco a melting pot. But that's the beautiful Dragon Gates, the entrance to the oldest Chinatown in America. Chinatown's the most dense neighborhood in the U.S. Chinatown's about 16 blocks, and the population is over 25,000, making it the most dense neighborhood in the U.S. From scenes from the movie Dirty Harry, scenes from the movie Towering Inferno, and scenes from the movie Pursuit of Happiness.
Third biggest building in San Francisco.
Right in front of that building, there's a stone on your right-hand side. Locals named that stone the Banker's Heart. They named it the Banker's Heart because it's hard, cold, dark, and made of stone, like a banker's heart. Yeah, if you're a banker, we still love you. We're so hard, though. You're a banker for the left. Nearby is the financial district, and across the street from the financial district is Chinatown. Does anyone like Chinatown? Oh, yeah. So nearby is the R&G Lounge. That's the most popular and, as many will say, the best Chinese restaurant in the city. It's called the R&G Lounge. Very good place to eat.
So, hopefully, we're going back to our car. Hopefully, it's not broken into, but we're gonna try to get out of here and go to Costa Noacoa, where we're supposed to be camping tonight. So. Yeah, this was a weird vlog. This is really just a sneak peek. We will return to San Francisco, but with a better planning. So spend a few days here and explore a whole lot of things thoroughly. But I hope you enjoyed these random footages. Oh look, it's an Integra, but this is Zoom 360 going down the hilly roads of San Francisco. And like, subscribe, and share. and I'm out. Such a weird city, man. It's another hilly road over there. Like your engine have to be like in top shape, man. If you lose 1 horsepower, you're done. You're not going up this hill. Cause the IS300 could not do that right now. Not a chance. Now, I have to give credit where credit is due. At least that the residents here are smart enough to turn their wheels into the sidewalk so that if their brakes fail, because their cars are on stress, like the parking brake is on stress, the transmission is on stress, but at least they turn their wheels into the curb so that if both fail, that the car goes into the curve and it's not going to go anywhere. That's smart. So this is the architecture, man. So I'm just curious how they build houses here. Maybe somebody who's into construction could comment. But so I guess there must be like a 45-degree or 60-degree rule, right, to build houses in San Fran, or I don't know, something like that. But it's crazy, man. Whew, thank God she is unmolested. That's the exit, guys.